Orang Ketani di Brunei ni, I tell you, we are very creative. Itu namanya skill tu. Jangan Ketani biasakan duduk saja sana menunggu kerja Shell, menunggu kerja government. Yang sebenarnya kenapa bisnes satu dibuat dulu, biasa bekerja daripada 6 pagi sampai 7 malam. Jadi when I retired, I have nothing to do. So I have to think about what can I do to keep me active. Jadi yang sebenarnya bisnes spa ni saya beli awal semasa saya retire yang pertama. Lepas itu saya tukar brandingnya, dalamnya pun ditukar. Jadi saya jalankan saja. Lepas itu, when I retire, my second retirement, I feel so boring. So I start with my quick bites business. I notice business is better than doing nothing. With a small investment, even though I retire, I have the money, but I don't use that money to to start the business. What I do is only, I start with buying the second hand yang still useful, yang boleh dipakai, second hand. Then, when we start the business, we get the money, then we buy things. Improve. It depends. If you have the high salary, better to go to work. That's the reason why I stay until my age of 62. Tapi when you have nothing to do, I think it's better to do business. When I look at the business income itu very good. But depend on what business you do. You must be clever how to make your business popular. When your business good, you work hard, you get more money. If you income 1,400 per day, kalau my salary only $500, so I prefer to go for 1,400 per day. So the business is much better. You don't have to be committed to the time set by company. You can relax. You can be a manager or you can do yourself. It's up to you. Tunjung Sari ada yang sebenarnya saya beli daripada the first owner. The first owner tu ia start business ni pada tahun 2006 berkali. And ia ni semua bisnesnya untuk orang golfers, untuk bini-bini golfer. So once I take over in 2008, I make a study the business ni. The potential is there. But masa tu the business is very bad because the previous owner tu dah buat marketing. When I take over, kadang-kadang orang customer tu 2-3 orang seminggu. So I change the logo, dulu lain bunga, kadang-kadang ni kepala perempuan. So ada artinya tu, yang pusing-pusing itu artinya tunjung, tu bunga tunjung Sari ni lotus bah. Jadi hamba renovate sedikit, buat a bit different, and then after that saya sewa booths di mall. It cost me about $900 per 3 days. Then, of course, I'm thinking about how to get the money. Saya buat dinding sana, di belakang ada orang murut reflexology. Tapi di luar, kami beri brochure, business card apa. And then, depannya, saya lihatkan gambar dalam spa atau very nice kalau di dalamnya gambar, di foto, dibuatkan gambar. Jadi orang melihat, orang melintas ni, orang datang ke booth satu, rupanya ada ni Tunjung Sari ni, lawannya tempatnya. So people are attractive. At the same time, kami buat reflexology tu, then they feel it. Orang banyak berjalan-jalan kan mau reflexology. So at least we cover something from there. When I buy this business, I buy it from others. I don't doing from the start. I believe that if I buy, depend on condition lah. Then I don't have to buy anything. I don't have to start because too headache if you start. So it's better to change the management saja. So we improve the management. And I was surprised that less than 1.5 years, modal balik sudah. When I bought was about 45,000. I feel confident that business is good. It depends on how we do the marketing. I always tell my staff, if there is a will, there is a way. Challenges yang terutama masa COVID itu, my spa was affected, no income at all. We are asked to close for 3 months. and I cannot pay my rent, I cannot pay my staff salary, it's very difficult to survive. I don't think government can help me. But I have the business Quick Bites. So what I did, I make the home online food ordering. Jadi I offer the people siapa mau bersedekah untuk orang-orang untuk orang-orang sakit, untuk untuk orang volunteers makan. And I was surprised, a lot of people orang Ketanhian ni banyak yang bersedekah. I got almost 300 packet per day of food ordered by the people. Myself with my wife, we cook at home, and then we supply to the hospital, di mana ni, di PKBN, di Temburong, di Tutong, di hospital, every day. I was surprised, we can survive. I managed to pay my rent. I can able to feed my workers. So nothing is impossible. We discuss a lot of opportunity in Brunei ni. Challenges satu memang ada. Saya ingat dalam kata-kata Richard Branson, if you make business, they always up and down. When you go up, people look at it, they will follow your business. When you go down, you never think about closing down your business. When you closing down, you lost everything. Jadi we must make a small change that make a lot of difference. Logo ni is very important. Ya kalau katanya ke mobil business ni, maybe when I was elected to become Setiausaha Agong, I put a branding. We must rebrand DPB. So sama-sama ni juga, I rebrand my business. The most important is logo. Logo tu is di mana saja kalau kita lihat bisnis dulu lihat logo ni dulu kena lihat. Tapi mesti logo tu very kreatif lah. Mesti orang melihat tanya-tanya apa ni ya. Logo tu membuat orang bertanya kan mau tahu. Tapi daripada logo tu katanya mesti ada lagi satu. The next stepnya macam mana katanya marketing. Dalam sosial media katanya introduce sebanyak-banyaknya. Terutama kalau dalam Google itu important. Kalau kena Google saja misalnya Spa Brunei. Spa kami the top tu. Jadi orang luar banyak datang kemari. Ia akan melihat spa di Brunei yang the top itu dia agaknya. I was surprised that customer kami yang orang luar banyak orang Singapura, orang Australia, orang UK datang kemari. Sampai orang yang kapal dia tu pun membooking awal sebelum lekat lagi di kapal booking sudah awal. Ya, jadi dia tahu kan, kata, you know how important is the branding itu termasuk dia punya logo, dia punya website, satu lain lagi service Ketanhian, quality service, atau Ketanhian following the law, ada few item we must follow. Itu yang kalau kan dilihat ada saya membuat dalam Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Brunei punya website. You can see that it's a branding that required for us to do the business. Yang sebenarnya, when you are graduated, bukan artinya you looking for the good job. Kalau masa kami dulu, misalnya masa saya sendiri, O-level, saya pun orang terkejut. 3 O-level. Tidak dapat kerja lagi tu masa itu. Dulu senang. 3 O-level masih kena terima lagi. Kena terima kerja di Shell. Tapi sekarang ini payah. Tapi walaupun katanya graduate, katanya mencari skill itu yang katanya mencari. Skill life orang. Yang skill yang benar-benar yang katanya cari ialah 70%. Skill kasarnya membuat kerja. So, kalau kita ingin dapat kerja, we try our best to find even the gaji itu damit pun dah jadi hal. Tapi the most important you develop your skill di sana. 10% baru datang daripada kawan-kawan mengajar tu. 10% itu. 10% dari sekolah, 70% ini yang kita ni mesti membuat sendiri. Macam orang memasak, cooks. Cooks ni, diorang ni not skill, kalau sekiranya ia mengambil ingredient orang tadi dimasukkannya, belum lagi skill tu. Ia baru menggunakan orang punya ingredient untuk memasak. Tapi kalau ia membuat sendiri, ia sudah experience, ia boleh menyampur ingredient sendiri, itu namanya skill tu. Itu yang kita cari. Tapi kita ni yang kita ni ada pelajaran, tapi kita ni cari skill. Skill itu satu daripadanya ialah membiasakan kita ni bekerja. Jangan kita ni biasakan duduk saja sana menunggu kerja Shell, menunggu kerja government. Ada setengahnya orang-orang muda ni bekerja ya sehari, second day berhenti dia. Dia ada tahan, dia tahan bekerja. Apa yang kita ni anukan, skill yang kita ni melakukan ialah ketahanan kerja kita ni atau kita ni mesti develop tu. My contribution is I'm the member of the PPMB, Amnesty Usaha Agong and Dewan Peniaga Melayu Brunei. Dalam tu, saya fikir di PPMB ni boleh membuat satu kemudian hari. Kalau sekiranya ada income daripada bangunan Dewan Peniaga Melayu Brunei nanti, kita ni boleh menjadi satu tempat untuk mendevelop orang-orang muda yang mau ingin ke bisnes. Satu, kita ni boleh menolong diorang ke mana pasal banyak orang-orang dewan ni yang sebenarnya sudah lama berkecimpung dalam bisnes. Diorang boleh jadi mentor. Kedua, dalam segi kewangan, kalau ada pendapatan yang bagus, memberi orang-orang muda ni dengan pinjaman duit kah, apakah, untuk mereka memulakan bisnes. Kalau sekiranya banyak orang-orang muda yang boleh masuk dalam Dewan Peniaga Melayu Brunei, one of the contribution yang Dewan Peniaga Melayu Brunei atau saya sendiri boleh mentor diorang untuk memulakan bisnes. Bukannya artinya saya pandai melakukan berbisnes. I believe in business. When we're doing the business, don't go big. Just a small one. Then every time we must think about improving the efficiency, business ka, economy ka. I feel that I can cascade down to the people. I will do that. Saya sendiri pun masa ni as the tutor for project management and production and operation and production management juga di HID College masa ni. Ya. My advice to the young generation masa ni, di Brunei ni a lot of opportunity untuk kita ni business, especially dalam IT kali, information technology. Pasal saya lihat yang banyak masa ni ialah macam jadi YouTuber, macam-macam lah IT ni. Orang kata ni di Brunei ni, I tell you, we are very creative. Anak-anak Brunei creative. But as long as we have the tools for them to develop them. Bruneian is very smart. How we unleashes their talent though. They have the talent, I tell you. Diorang talented di India, di Indonesia, menyanyi apa, membuat dia desain baju apa di luar negeri, tapi di Brunei tidak ada. So what I wish that government juga menolonglah how to unleash their talent ni. Give them encourage, give them opportunity to unleash their orang punya talent. Walaupun I'm Bruneian, I can challenge orang putih tu. For me, orang putih ni tidak sama dengan kita ni, pandai lagi kita ni. The only thing kita ni, give us a chance. Give us a chance. Apa sih? But when you are given a chance for them to do a technical side, I tell you they have an opportunity. I believe it. Yeah, I'm the Bruneian myself.